Good morning, dear students. Students, let's initiate new chapter area related to circles. In today's session, we will discuss about the definition of circles and some basic concepts that we'll use in the exercises. So, students, let's start. Circle. A circle is the locus of a point which moves in a plane in such a way that its distance from fixed point always remains same. Students, suppose we have a fixed point and again we have a moving point. This is the moving point and this point moves in a plane such that its distance from the center is always constant and this distance is called the radius. So, the fixed point is called the center and the given constant distance is known as the radius of the circle. So, in this way, what is circle? Circle is the locus of a point which moves in a plane such that its distance from fixed point is always in its constant. So, this is the definition of circle. Next one is the segment of circle. The part of a circular region enclosed between a chord and the corresponding arc is called the segment of the circle. Students, here we have a diagram of circle and here AB is a chord. Okay, and this chord divides the complete circle into two parts. First part, that is the blue region, is the minor and white portion is the major as it encloses the major area of the circle. In this way, this is called the segment. So students, in adjacent figure APB is minor segment and AQB is the major segment. So students, what you have learned from this definition? The circular region enclosed between a chord and the corresponding arc. Here AB is the chord and this is the APB is the arc. So area bounded by a portion of arc with chord is called the segment of circle. If it enclosed the minor portion, so it will set that minor segment. Okay. Next we have sector of a circle. What do you mean by sector of a circle? The portion of a circular region enclosed by the two radii and the corresponding arc. Suppose students, here we have a circle. This is the center and portion that is enclosed by using two radius and so also we have a corresponding arc. So this region bounded by two radii and the corresponding arc is called the sector of the circle. Suppose students, it covers the minor portion of circle, then it will said minor sector. Okay, and here we have the major sector portion. In this we have two radius and here is the arc, that is the portion of a circle. We take here the major arc of the circle so that it covers the major portion of the circle. That is called the major sector. So students, what is the difference between segment and sector? Segment is the area enclosed by chord and arc of circle and sector is the portion enclosed by two radii with the corresponding arc of the circle. So, in this way, this is the sector of circle. Next we have area of circle. We know that what is area of circle? In the previous classes you have learned the formula of pi r square. That is the area of circle. So students, where r is the radius of circle. Next is the area of semicircle. Obviously, semicircle is the half of the circle. So, it will consume the half of the area. So, its formula will be pi r square over 2. Next, we have the area enclosed by two concentric circles. What are concentric circles? Students, suppose we have a circle having center this. And suppose students, we again make another circle by taking the same center but different radius. So in this way, these two circles are the concentric circles. In this, if we have to find the area enclosed by two concentric, that means we have to find the area bounded by these two circles. So in this way, we need to calculate the area of bigger circle pi r square minus area of smaller circle. In this way, we have two different radius. Students, you can see here, we have a circle having center and radius is small r, and we have another circle that encloses the radius capital R. So its formula will be pi r square minus r square. So students, here capital R is the radius of outer circle, small r is the radius of inner circle. In this way, its shaded region will be this one. So next is the arc length L of sector angle theta in a circle of radius r is given by L is equals to theta over 360 degree multiplied by 2 pi r. Students, here suppose if they ask to find the length of the arc of a circle. So in this, L is the arc, length of arc, that is equals to theta over 360. Theta is the angle that is made up by enclosed with the two radii. Okay, and 360 degree is the degree of the complete circle. That will be multiplied the circumference of the circle. Circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. And suppose students, if we cancel this 2 with 360, then we get the formula theta over 180 multiplied with pi r. Students, you have to commit to memory the first one result. Okay, in this way we can calculate the arc length of the sector. Next we have, if the arc subtends by angle theta, then the area of the corresponding sector will be theta over 360 pi r square. This is the formula of finding the area enclosed by the sector. So formula is theta over 360 multiplied with area of circle. So next one is angle described by minute hand in 60 minutes. So we know that a circle is of 360 degree. So in 60 minutes, minute hand moved take one revolution of the complete clock. So in this way, it will make 360 degree angle. Angle described by minute hand in 1 minute will be 360 over 60, that is 6 degree. Suppose students, we have a clock and angle described by the minute hand in 15 minutes. What is the angle that will be swiped by the minute hand? In this way, we only need to connect that the total angle of the clock is 360 degree, and in 15 minutes angle will be 15 over 60. Now by calculating this, 60 to this will cancel out. By multiplying this, we get the angle. So in this way students, this is the method how to calculate the degree. Suppose students, if we have minute hand that covers the distance, angle 1, this is the 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4. So students, in this way, this is the 1/3 portion of the complete clock. So here, this is the 1/3 portion, and we know that angle subtend by the minute hand in a clock is 360 degree. So we need to just calculate by dividing this 1/3. In this way, 360 over 3, we get 120 degree angle. In the same way, if we divide this by 360 divided by 4, because here the clock 1, 2, 3 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if we have to calculate for 15 minutes, so students, this portion is the 1/4 of the complete globe. So complete angle of 360 degree. If we divide this by 4, in this way we get 90 degree. This is the easiest way to calculate this. Okay students, otherwise we have total 4 portion of this and total angle is 360 degree. In the same way we have to calculate the rest of the angle also. So here today we have discussed some important concepts related to the same. So if you like my video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching the complete video.